I will let you know. She'll be in 1 minute or two. Why it says there. If someone's close to his PC, can you tell me if it's broadcasting? Because my PC said the broadcast is past, but on my PS4 it says I'm streaming right now. Yes, because I don't have nothing on my. Yeah, okay. So my PC must have a headache or no. If we need to know the current Kevin. Ah, good. Fine. Just make the sound check, but you can go and I'm sure it's fine anyway. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead, guys. Wish you good luck for the last race, people. Cool. Just let me know when you know the weather, please, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this last race of the season in Performance 2 of Invictus Racing League. We are in Brazil. I don't know if you noticed, but it is only the 11th races when the other leagues have done 12 races. Yes, we didn't race in Hungary. I don't know back then because I was not the commentator, but probably because of the PlayStation Network was down. So yes, this is the last one. We're in Brazil. As we can see, the qualify is dry. I'm waiting for confirmation for the race, which we both sessions are dry, confirmed by Canton Steve. Thank you, Garrett. So we have a lot of action. Hopefully everybody, all of the 10 cars will make it to the end. More the car on the track, best is the action or better battle, bigger battles. Even the back markers can fight between them. So we have action all over the place, and this track is particularly fun to watch, especially in Sector 1 and Sector 3. We have a great show in No Assist League last night with a win for, I don't know, I remember was Scopefielder. I might need a confirmation about that. But yes, there was a battle for the win all race long for the top three. Speed Queen have won the championship for the third time in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations to her. But tonight, The championship will be decided between Waventail, Scopefielder, and mathematically, Delange also have a shot at the championship. But I don't wish any bad luck to anyone. But for Delange to win, he need to Waventail as Scopefielder to. No, even if Waventail do not finish the race, it will, and Scopefielder as well. Delange will only be tied with 69 points with Waventail, which is the score at the moment. Waventail is leading the championship with 69 points. Scopefielder is second with 67 points, and Delange is 12 points behind with 57. The others are out of the championship. Maybe it's the reason why we have only 10 drivers on track today. I don't know, I'm not sure. There's no confirmation of that, but we have a lot of cancellation on the last minute. Tom is on the track. Believe is on his out lap, so he will start his flying lap soon. Let's turn on the telemetry. When Delange already set the fastest time, followed by Waventail. Delange have set a 1.8, 1 minute 8.9, which is a great time for the first hot lap of the session. So Tom is about to cross the line, believe me. Oh, Steven has set a 110. 111, sorry. BW Clyde have set a 110. Tom have set a 19.7. Scopefielder is on his out lap, while Yosensi, I believe, is about to cross the line on his hot lap. He's followed by, I believe, his Nitro Gash, who will cross the line soon, and he scored the 5th fastest time of the session so far with a 110.3. Yosensi set the 3rd fastest time with a 1.9.4, while Scopefielder is arriving at the line at the turn 14 and 15. It's almost at the finish line. Let's see what he will get. He's pretty fast usually. Oh, I guess he's just starting his hot lap, so let's ride with him. When you have a great setup and a great balance of your car, this track is fantastic to race. But it's a nightmare if you don't have the good setup for that track, especially on wet condition. But today they're lucky. It's a full sunny day. Scope go a little wide at the exit of turn 9, again at the exit of turn 11. Now he's full throttle, arriving at turn 12, drop only in 4th gear, full throttle again, no spin at all, good grip at the exit. Now turn 14, 15, oh, and he's going into the pit without setting a time. So all the drivers are in the pit except for Steven, who I believe is going in unless he's starting a second hot lap. And now he's going in. What kind of tire they were on? Yosensi managed to set the 3rd fastest time of the session on soft compound, so he might be pretty fast on the super soft if he decides to go out on the softer compound. Waventail is just getting out. Oh no, I'm sorry. he's climbing the hill on turn 13, 14. He's almost at the line. I believe he's about to start his lap, but I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, he's starting his hot lap. Have a good line on turn 1. Good acceleration on turn 2 and 3. Could have taken a little more of the racing track. He has enough space, but he's fast enough actually. Doing a great line in turn 4, 5. Turn 7 and 8 are pretty critical. It's very easily to invalidate your lap time here or to go wide like Wave Until just did in turn 8. We'll know soon how it's affecting his time. He already have the second fastest time of the session, but he is aiming for the pole position. But that mistake on turn 8, was it bad enough to keep him from taking the pole? We will see. Yeah, he didn't improve from his previous time, so he will surely go into the pit, switch for a new set of tires. Yo Sensei is about to cross the line for starting his hot lap, so let's try with him. He's on super soft, so he will be pretty fast. You have a great line in turn 1, 2, and 3. They are on performance, so he has on the engine. Take all the room in the world that he can on the track. Go on every curb. Well, he nailed this corner. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant, no, he doesn't invalidate his lap time, and the line he took was awesome. A little too much curb here, but I don't think it will affect his time. I believe we have maybe a new fastest time, as Sab just set a 1.86. Well, Yo Sensei beat that time, or Sab was he just too fast for him? We'll see. And yes, Yo's improved, but not fast enough. He's just setting the second fastest time at the moment with a 1.2.8 or 1 minute point, something like that. Sab is keeping the pole for now. Will we have someone in the 1.7? 1 minute 7 seconds. We'll see. That need to be pretty fast, as those guys were already very fast. Who do we have? We have Steven, who's rising the hill on turn 13, 14. He's on super soft and set that 6th fastest time at the moment with a 1.9.2. Who do we have next? So we have Tom, who's climbing the hill as well on soft. He set his fastest time on super soft, and yes, he's baiting on his lap. I assume he did a mistake and need to go to refuel before going out with another lap on soft compound. What we'll see. So now the car just switched to super soft, so maybe Codemaster just tricking my eyes. Who do we have on track now? BWA Clyde actually are currently in 5th position. I believe is on his out lap, because not pushing very hard at the moment. Stay in 6th gear, avoid lock up. So I believe is nursing his tire as much as possible before starting his hot lap. What happened to him? He had a lot of trouble on rising the hill. Was he what was he playing with his setting, or I don't know what happened there, but his qualifying session is over. We don't even have a yellow flag on track, and was he the only car on track? Now we have only one car on track, which is Tom on his outlap on super soft. I was with BW Clyde, but I missed the contact since I was looking at the statistic on the website. So I guess I will have to see what happened on the replay after the race. So let's ride with Tom while I will set or start his second hot lap. Have a great line of turn 1, 2, 3. Good exit. Don't take as much track as he could on turn on turn 3. Brake a little late on turn 4, but managed to still have a good exit on turn 5. This is the important part where it's easy to invalidate, but he nailed it perfectly. A little wide on the exit of turn 8, but nothing dramatic. Seems to have little trouble with traction, or is just over revving the engine. What kind of Tom we will have from Tom? And he said the 5th time of the qualify session. We have only 3 minutes and a half to go, so if he do it fast, he has time, I believe, to go into the pit and switch for a new set of tires. And I believe that's what he's doing, unless he's doing a second hot lap on the same set of super soft. But they don't last very long, so I don't maybe do. Last night they did a 15 lap on those super soft. They must crying to be taken out of the car, but they managed to win the race with this first stint on 15 laps on super soft. I believe it was Wave and Tail and Boy Better Know, or Scope Fielder and Boy Better Know, I'm not sure. Is O Stevens getting ready for a hot lap, or is he just finishing his lap? We will know it unless he doesn't improve. Yes, he's improving. He's now in P6 with 19.08. Who do we have next? Pretty much everybody's in the pit. Yo Sensi is on track. I believe he's on his out lap. Not sure. Let's jump in because we can't see the line very well from here. Stay tight on the curb. Have a good exit. Arrive at turn 8. Turn 10, sorry. Have a little bit of a fishtail on the exit of turn 10. Take a little bit of curb on turn 12. Throttle to the metal. Turn 13, turn 14, arriving at turn 15, the RS open. Will he improve? He stays in second position. Is he going for a second lap? Oh wow, that was a great line. And the way he's pushing, I believe it's another hot lap, unless the other one was the out lap, not sure. Oof. That was close, but since he's still pushing, my guess is it's still on. He has a great speed on this run. He nailed every corner perfectly. Stay very tight on the curb on turn 9. Push hard on turn 10. Yes, good. A little bit too much curb, but that's not a big deal. Oof. Wow, it looked like a pole position lap to me. Well, soon find out, but that was very well executed. And yes, Yosensi locking the first row of the grid with this pole position. Extraordinary lap time, but we still have Sab on track. He's actually on turn 10. Will Sab take that position back, or will he stay in P2? It's Renault engine against Honda engine. But Yosensi is very fast. And no, Sab decided to stay in P2. Maybe he did a mistake and he knows he cannot improve from this lap. Schofielder is on his lap as well. Where's Delange going? I believe Delange is bailing on his lap. Tom just made a mistake at the exit of turn 12. Wave and Tail is just at the bottom of the hill. So where is Schofielder? Is there? We have time to run with Wave and Tail. And he's going in. Oh, Steven is in. So we will ride with Schofielder. Will he improve from his P3? Oh, no, and he don't want. He just raised the pedal. I believe he just didn't want to start the race on this set of tire, maybe. The previous the fastest time that he did with the set back then was in better condition. And as I said earlier, if you can take 1 or 2 laps more out of those tires, it might be the difference between a win and 4th position. And since they will have a dry race, the strategy will be very important. They don't want to waste rubber on track if they don't need it. Schofielder has the pace to battle for the win, even starting from P3, so it will be a great battle, I believe, from start to finish. So our result for the qualifying session is Yosensi in P1, Sab in P2, Schofielder in P3, Delange in P4, Tom in P5, Wave and Tail in 6, O Steven in 7, BWA Clyde in 8, Nitro Gas in 9, and Captain Stiff in 10. But BWA Clyde will receive a penalty on his final result for crashing in qualify, even if it was a mistake. It's a rule from the league. You need to take your car in the pit before retiring, and if you crash, it's a penalty, a warning or a penalty. I'm not sure about that. I will have to read the rules later, depending on if it was his first offense or not. So we will know soon. We will know more later. But now they're getting ready to set up their strategy. I will try to jump fast on the site and see what the rule is about retiring on qualify session or crashing on qualify session. If my PC want to obey me. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, here it might be confusing a bit. I'm not sure because the rule for retiring on track during qualify, first offense it's a warning, second offense it's a one position penalty, and crashing on track on purpose it's a two position penalty. But it's hard to say when it's on purpose or not. BWA Clyde said in the message in the chat it was not on purpose, so I believe him. But we'll see later with the steward what they will decide about that. But now we are on the formation lap. They are swerving. They are warming up their tires. Leaded by Yosensi. And this corner, the turn 1, 2, 3 on Brazil, it's pretty tricky. Even if you start in P1, after turn 3, you might be P2 or P3. So the start will be crucial for all those guys. They need to nail their start sequence perfectly. Not too much spin, but enough throttle to deliver as much power as possible to those wheels. So we will see who will be the best prepared for the start of this Grand Prix. They are arriving at the lines. The tires are hot. I believe the brakes are hot too. We have two Mercedes on track this week, and Nitro Gas and Steven. No Ferrari on the grid. Five lights, and away we go. Steven keep the lead, then oh yeah, he nailed the first corner perfectly, but Sab is battling with Scopefielder, but Sab managed to take the lead from Scopefielder. So it's 1, 2, 3, Yosensi, Sab and Scopefielder. We have a battle. The Williams want to take a part on this battle behind. So far, everybody have made it, and everybody are pretty close to each other. Oh, we have a car go a little wide. We have action behind. Very bad view at the moment. Yes, thank you very much. The Mercedes of Steven is right on the tail of Waventail. Yosensi is still in the lead, but only half a second in front of Sab, and we still don't have DRS available, but in 2 laps the lead might switch. Sab need to stay in the second of Yosensi for another 2 laps. The DRS will be allowed or available at the end of lap 2 or at the beginning of lap 3. Yost tried to go defensive and go on the left, but Sab stay in the slipstream to keep as much momentum as possible, and he's still on his tail, only 7/10 behind. But Scopefielder is creating a little gap in front of him now, 1.5 seconds behind Sab. So you need to close that gap if he wants to be in the DRS range when the DRS will be available. Still, it's increasing now, 1.7 seconds. But the closest battle, everybody's pretty close still at the moment. It's only the second lap. I'm very happy that everybody seems to make the first lap with all their carbon fiber piece in the right position. From now, the DRS will be open. Sab is technically still in, but he's not at the. Oh, he just passed the line or the detection point now, and he opened the rear wing. So now he might catch up a little faster on UNC. Unless UNC is just too fast, we will know soon enough. But we have Delange now on the tail of Scope Fielder. Delange in the Haas car. But he's in the Haas of the Williams as well. They're both on super soft. Delange climb the hill, still in the tail of a Scope Fielder. He will be in the DRS mode range unless he made a major mistake before the detection point, but he's very close now. The gap between Yosensi and Sab is still 0.7 second, now 0.8 second. Delange is in the DRS, but he has also Tom and Wiventail on his back. Delange was very close, but not close enough to overtake Schofielder. Now he is in the second, but the first orange zone. He's doing the move, go inside, but go wide, and Schofielder take that position back. Now the two As are back to back, and Tom won't be very patient behind the line. If the first As can do it, the second will surely want to have his share of the party. A little behind, we have Captain Stiff, who is very close to Nitro Gash in the Mercedes. I will go with them soon, trying to keep the time. Oh, and Wiventail have retired. Where is he? Oh no, he just disconnect. I very hope he will connect it back. That's a shame, so fast driver. He was battling very close with Tom and Delange. And Schofielder go defensive. Delange tried to go inside. And we can't see nothing. The two As are very close now. I believe Tom wants to try a move. Stay behind, but won't stay behind for long. Schofielder have a very powerful engine to defend from the As driver. Wiventail now down to P7 due to his disconnection. Our gap between the leader and Sab is still half a second, I'm sorry. Sab want to try it, but oh well, will he go outside? No, he's a little too far, but he need to stay close to the second DRS zone, or actually the first. It's confusing, those two. But Yo seems to nail pretty good the exit of turn 1, 2, 3 on every lap, because Sab is way far behind on the first DRS zone when it's usually the best opportunity to overtake. Now I believe Yost is charging his battery, because on sector 2 Sab is catching up pretty easy. But as soon as we get on the top of the hill of turn 14, Yost is losing Sab behind him. So we know exactly what strategy to use to manage to keep Sab behind him. Let's watch it again. Sab is not far, but I believe it's far enough to avoid him to overtake on turn 1. Let's see how he will execute the line through. And again, he's very far from an overtake there. Unless it's changed, DRS is open. Yosinci go a bit defensive, but doesn't really need to do it because Sab is nowhere near to be close enough to overtake at the moment, even if the gap is only half a second. Tom is still behind the lunge, waiting for those to make a mistake. Scopefielder Steve still defending as hard as he can. Captain Stiff have managed to overtake Nitrogash and BWA Clyde. Sorry I missed it. And Weventel must have regained control of his car because now he is back in 6th position. He's 5 seconds behind Tom, but at least he has a chance to finish his race and to make a difference in this Grand Prix. Oh, and now Delange is going for it. And he managed to take the position from Scopefielder. Tom might have some problem in turn 2, almost lose the rear of the car. Delange go defensive. Weventel stick on the back of Delange. DRS was open or close. He was not close enough to overtake in that long straight. Will Tom overtake Scopefielder as well, or will Scopefielder take that position back from Delange? Everybody after P5 are at least a second apart from each other, apart from Captain Stiff with about 8 tenths behind. Oh, Steven, I will keep an eye on this gap. Oh, and yes, it's getting closer and closer. So I don't know if it's Steven have problem or if Captain Stiff is very fast, but he's on it right now. I believe he will overtake. Oh, and he go into the pit, so it's the chance that Captain Stiff need. Unless Steven have hit something, it's maybe a little premature to pit unless he's going for medium compound. But Tom is only 3 tenths, not even 3 tenths behind Scopefielder. Not quite fast enough to overtake the Williams at the moment, but he surely want to. But again, it's a fight between Ferrari and Mercedes here. And Mercedes, even if the Williams have a great power, especially in straight lines. But while Tom is harassing Scopefielder, Delange look like he's creating kind of a gap. And now Tom is very close to Scopefielder. Will he have the speed? Oh, and Scopefielder was going defensive, taking the inside. Tom has to go out. Will have the inside on turn 2. That's a great move. Will he keep the position? Yes, that was a great move from Tom. They both have the RS since Scopefielder was close enough of Delange, but now we have both as cars in front of the Williams. Will it stay like that? We will know so soon enough, but now the pit will the pit sequence will start soon as BW Clyde also pit. So the other one was Steven has already pitted for what tire? Steven have put it soft, which make 26 laps to go. I believe that it's doable. BW Clyde also put soft. Who will be the next to pit? Who will do the undercut in first? And Delange diving the pit lane. Tom stay out and waving. Oh, we have a lot of driver in the pit now. Sab is in the pit. Dylan's in the pit. Beetle, you like just got out of the pit. We have Schofielder and Tom, who's still battling, but Tom old enough and keep that position for now. That's a great view from the helicopter here. Pretty much everybody are 2 seconds or 3 seconds apart from each other now. So the closest battle we have, it is Schofielder and Tom at the moment. They are in looking for the word. I'm sorry, I don't find it. But they're temporary in P2 and P3. Since Tom, not Tom, but Sab and Delange have pitted, and now Tom dived into the pit lane. So it's now the time to push. As Schofielder is in temporary first position. I believe it's him who did 15 laps last night, but I'm not sure, as I confuse with Intel and Schofielder pretty often when I'm racing, and I was 1 lap behind, so I was not very accurate on who won it, what position exactly, but it seems like he is in good control of his car. Oh, Steven getting a 3-second penalty. It's very easy to go over the white line in air, especially in turn 6 or 7. But Schofielder don't lock up, seems to have a great control of his car still, so I'm not sure he will stop on this lap, unless he feels that he's losing control. But yes, he's diving in. So let's watch where Delange and Sab will go. Oh, and yes, Sab will definitely take that first position back. But Captain Stiff is now in in battle with him. Oh, and he takes some grass, go very wide. That was dangerous. Captain Stiff managed to keep the pole for now, the first position for now. And now Yo Sensi is overtaking, or try to overtake Sab. They're both on brand new soft tire. No, sorry, Yo Sensi is on super soft, very close of Sab. Oh, and a little contact here, not enough to compromise anyone, but that's very close racing. So Yo Sensi is planning on two-stop strategy, so he have to overtake those two guys as soon as possible, because it will compromise his race. But now it's Captain Stiff on his medium tire holding off the train, and it's very, very damaging Yo Sensi race at the moment. Unless he achieve a double overtake going between those two guys, or on the right, on the left will also be okay. That's a great move for both drivers, great move for Yo Sensi. I believe for a second that he was going for a double overtake, but no, Sab closed the door at the last second. But he's going in right now and left enough room on the outside. Where is Sab? He does the move. So now he needs to go away as much as possible, because Sab is going to the end on this set of tire. Yost has the pace to create a big gap, but can he create a 23-25 second gap? We'll see. I'm not sure exactly how long is the pit stop or the pit lane in here in Brazil, but it's in the 20 seconds for sure. And Sab is also very fast, so Yos and C need to be pretty fast and hope for Sab to get stuck behind some back markers at some point. Because at the moment, Sab is still in DRS range, so Yos cannot go away very much. We have BW Clyde who want to take that P8 from O'Steven. He has the power, but O'Steven is on the Mercedes, so Mercedes, O'Steven have a good powertrain as well, but he just go very wide in the exit of turn 3. And BW Clyde is right in his tail again. Battery is almost completely discharged, putting a wheel in the grass. Will he dive inside here? It's a pretty dangerous move in turn 8 to go there. Clyde as well need to stop for another set of tires, so he need to clear O'Steven as soon as possible. So his best bet at the moment is stay as close as possible, but stay on the best racing line, so he have the greatest exit. And now I believe he got it. O'Steven have a great engine, but BW Clyde need to overtake now, but doesn't look like it's even close enough to do that. Go a little wide in turn 1. Oh, managed to keep it in. He's closer this time. He has the RS, but it is a Mercedes in front of him. He dive in, but too far to do any good. Oh, this corner, the curb in this corner is very dangerous. Need to avoid to put the wheel, especially on the grass. We lost to driver last night on the wet track because they put their tire, the left tire, on the curb in turn 3, no, in turn 5. Sorry. Clyde needed to release the throttle at the exit of turn 11. So I don't know if he has trouble with his aero or his setup is just not quite comfortable. But now O'Steven is just too far. It's almost a second. So maybe Clyde won't not even be in DRS in the next section. No, he's still in, but that was very tight at the detection point. Sab is now only half a second from Yosensi, or still half a second from Yosensi, so Yos cannot go away at all from Sab. And he has to stop again. Since there's no changing in the weather, unless Yos have broken the front wing and needed to stop, I don't really understand why he tried a two-stop strategy, unless he doesn't have the tire wear to make it to the hand on super soft and soft, but he could have also switched on medium, but he rather do a two-stop strategy. It's his choice. He is behind the wheel and I'm not, but he need to go faster. He's already on 6 lap old super soft, so he will have to stop in about 5 or 6 laps now. And Sab doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. Maybe the advantage will be the last 5 or 6 laps when the soft tires will start to wear out. But now Sab is still in DRS range, so Yost is going nowhere. Captain Stiff is still in P3, but with 17 lap hold to his medium compound. I don't know if he will switch to soft soon, or he will go for a longer first stint and switch directly to super soft. I believe Captain Stiff has a great tire wear and is driving, but we will see. As I said, the weather won't change and the sun won't go anywhere, so they need to manage their strategy on slick today. And once again, the battle of the Aces car is on. And Tom is getting old by Captain Stiff now, so I believe it's the chance that Delange was waiting for to take that position back from Tom. I believe Tom just overtook Delange, unless I'm mistaken. Delange did undercut Tom, but I forgot to look which one of those as driver have taken the lead of the team after Tom got out of the pit. So, and there's a contact from Delange. I haven't seen any wing flying in the air, but it surely damaged the exit of turn 1-2 of Delange. But since Captain Stiff is holding Tom, Delange will catch up very fast on Tom. But they are on same engine, same car, same aero, so only their setup will make a difference, and their ability or their skills. Who will make a mistake? Seems like Captain Stiff is defending his position very well, because Tom doesn't seem to gain from him very much. Well, we'll see now. He's close, but not enough to overtake. Yeah, he's still behind. Captain Stiff managed to keep that position. What look, his battery is almost full, so he has a great strategy with his fuel management in his battery. But now Tom's going in, and he took the, yes, he did, which left Delange behind. Will Delange go on the next? Oh, and Captain Stiff just made a mistake, or deliberately let Delange go to save his tire, to nurse his tire, because he know we cannot fight with these guys at the moment with 20 lap old medium tires. Or maybe it was just a mistake, I'm not sure, but short thing is the Aces cars are still in the battle. We still have Sab. Oh, and he's pretty close now. But still behind. Yost cannot go anywhere not near, but cannot go away from Sab. Sab is pretty fast. But if we look back at the statistic, Waventel is only 2 points in front of Scopefielder. But now Scopefielder is leading Waventel by 1 position. I'm not sure how it will finish, but the battle between those two drivers, it's pretty important. Only Delange can go and play in this battle, and he is in front of both of them at the moment. But as I said earlier, I don't wish them bad luck, but if Scopefielder and Waventel both don't finish the race, Delange will finish tie with Waventail. And at the moment, Delange is actually in second position as Yo Sensi just switched for soft compound. Where will he go out? Oh, and Captain Stiff has pitted as well. So yeah, Yo Sensi will go out in fifth position just behind Waventail. That might damage the result of Waventail as well if he start to battling with Yo Sensi instead of catching up on Scopefielder. Because he need to finish in front of Scopefielder. Or not far than 1 point behind him. The score is... The way the score is the first position get 12 points, the second position get 10 points, the third position get 8, the fourth position get 6, and the fifth position get 4, I believe. Not sure about after that if it's jumped to 5. No, it's not 5, it's 6, 4. After that it's 3, 2, 1. But short thing is, Waventail need to pass Scopefielder, because at this point, if it's finished like that, we will have a tie at the end of the race in the championship. Scopefielder will be tied with Waventail. Now we have pretty much a second and a half, 2 seconds between every cars. The battle between our ass is done. As car is done because Tom has pitted. And maybe he hit something, because the soft tires can surely do more than 13 laps. But Yo Sensi now is very close to Waventail, and it will damage Waventail a lot if Yo Sensi take the position from him, which I think he will. Because brand new set of soft compound are way more faster than a set of medium tires halfway done. And yes, Yo Sensi just took back the P3 from Waventail. Scopefielder is in P2, and Sab took back his P1 when Yo Sensi stopped for a new set of tires. Delange has spit, BW Kleis is spitting as well, and Nitro Gas is spitting, all for super soft. Where Delange will get out. He is 1.5 seconds behind Captain Stiff, and they both on brand new super soft. So Captain Stiff is very good at defending, but Delange is very good at overtaking, so it might be a great battle to watch. And we can see in the grid that Yo Sensi is going away very fast from Waventail now, 2.5 seconds in front of him, and going well. Yo Sensi, oh, and Scopefielder just took that position from Sab while Sab was into the pit lane, so it will be interesting to see where Sab will go out. I believe it will go out in fourth. No, he's going out right behind Waventail. But again, he is on brand new super soft while Waventail planning to go to the end with his medium compound. And Scopefielder now is in P1 and going to the end as well, with only 10 laps to go on his medium tires. Captain Stiff is only half a second behind Tom, closing very fast. But Sab is only 3 tenths behind Waventail's, battling very hard. Is the Renault Power against the Mercedes, and he's diving right here on turn 12. Don't want to wait to the DRS zone. He's going in and took back the third position. Now we have Captain Stiff chasing Tom, and Delange chasing Captain Stiff. Everybody have DRS except Tom. This sandwich will be tighter very soon. We will have a Renault sandwich between those two ass cars. From helicopter view, it looked pretty much like a slice of mustard between two asses. Asses car, I mean. Oh, Yosensi is about to be very, very close to Schofielder, so he's pretending to get that position back, that first position. So all of different strategy today, but all kind of action everywhere. I guess with Intel has opted for the safer strategy, but by doing it, he might have compromised his win at the championship unless I misunderstand something in the standings. He needs to finish in front of Schofielder. And Yosensi need to go out of there as soon as possible because Sab is on super soft, so he will take that position if Yos don't take it. Now going on turn 12. The Williams will need to defend as crazy, but it has a great engine. That's going, yes, Yost go inside, look like he has the position. And Sab take it as well. Oh, nice move from both guys. Both drivers were fast enough. I didn't think Sab will be enough to take that position, but he did. And managed to stay in the DRS and in the slipstream from Yosensi. Now chasing him very fast. I need to go to see Tom and Delange as they're very close now. It's an ass battle. They're trading position. Oh, and Delange hit the wall. I don't know if there was a contact. It doesn't seem like there was a contact, but I believe he jumped on the throttle while he has still his wheel on the curb, and he lost the rear, hit the wall on turn 5. It's a shame. We had a great battle between those two guys. It's our first DNF of the night. Pretty great battle between the two ass cars and Captain Stiff. Even if Sab is on super soft, he hasn't managed to take the position from Yosensi yet. He is faster, sure, his tires are faster, that's a short thing. Don't know about the skills. Yosensi is a pretty fast driver. In paper, the Red Bull is faster than the Toro Rosso, but everything is behind the wheel now. And Yosensi is very good behind the wheel. Sab is also very good, so we will have a great battle for the next 6 laps and a half. Schofielder managed to stay not too far behind those guys, but look who is closing the gap behind Schofielder. We have Waventail only 3 seconds behind Scope now. Will he close the gap enough in the next 6 laps? Because those guys are in a battle for the championship. 2.8 behind Schofielder now. He's catching up, but very slowly, and his tires are one lap older. Yosemite managed to stay in front one more time. Let's ride with Sab a bit and see how good Yost is defending that position. Oh, we have a bit of a fishtail from Sab here in turn 8. No lock up, have a great line. Push at the max. Batteries discharging. Drop one gear too much. Yost and C have a great exit of turn 12 and 13. Sab is in the RS mode range. Will he be close enough? I don't think so. Will be dramatic. Try to dive there. So we need to nail the exit of turn 1, 2, 3. He's close again. Yost going a bit defensive, but doesn't seem to worry too much. Know that Sab is not reckless, but he will surely try it if you let him the door open. Oh, I don't know what happened to Waventel, but now he is 4 seconds behind Scopefielder. Scopefielder is also 4 seconds behind Sab, so my guess is their tire must be very down by now. It's hard to go away from this battle, but I want to make a round of the grid and see how everybody's going. Same again, so Sab need to nail this exit. Oh, and he have a little trouble at the exit of turn 1. And Yost and C just go away, but with a 3-second penalty. So let's make a round as Scopefielder is showing his nose in the background behind Sab. Waventel now 6 seconds behind Scope, so the way it's going, you will finish tied with Scopefielder. But Tom is closing the gap behind Waventel. The only thing Waventel need to think at the moment, if he get into a battle with anyone, is not necessarily to let them pass, but absolutely no contact. He need to nurse his tire enough to make it to the end of the race, but he must avoid any contact and keep his front wing. So he stay in 2 points behind Scopefielder, so at least he will finish tie and not lose the championship to it. But if Tom overtake Waventel, Scopefielder will win the championship. So in this battle, Waventel will defend as hard as he can. He doesn't have choice. If he loses that position, he loses the championship. So Sab and Yost look like it's not going anywhere. Yost is defending too well, and by now the super soft of Sab seems to be starting to show some wear. So the battle at the moment that we need to watch is Waventel and Tom. Waventel need to keep that position. He cannot let Tom take it. Let's go in. We can't see much, but he cannot very defend with that William on medium compound. He can only be a passenger in that battle. And yes, Tom take almost a contact here. Tom broke a little too late, but take the position. So now the next step, only 2 laps to go. It won't happen, but Weventel wish would be to Tom take the position from Scopefielder, but it won't happen. I don't know exactly who is. It's Yosensi who is teammate of Scopefielder, so no danger that Tom block Weventel on purpose. But I believe our champion is in P3 at the moment. Unless something happens, Scopefielder will be the champion of this season in Performance 2. Unless there's something that I missed. But as I said earlier, at the moment the championship is like this. Weventel is leading with 69 points. Scopefielder is in P2 with 67 points, only 2 points behind. And at the moment they're riding 4 points apart from each other. If it's finished like that, Scopefielder would get 8 points, while Weventel would get 4 points. But let's see, a lot can happen in half a lap. But now I will go with Sab as he just overtook Yosensi and they both drive a fantastic race. It was a fantastic battle all race long. But at the end, Sab have the IN over Yosensi. So congratulations, Sab, for the win. Now we switch to Yos in second position. Scopefielder just get in P3. Oh, Scopefielder got the second position because of penalties. It's still 4 points between Scopefielder and Weventel, but that changed a lot. As Yosensi finished in P3 instead of P2. Madrogash climbing the hill on turn 13 to get the 8th position. And we're waiting for O'Steven to close that race. Both Mercedes Mercedes car finish in last position of the race, or in the last part of the grid. So if I'm not mistaken, our new champion of Performance 2 is Scopefielder. So our result is that Sab taking the win with the Red Bull. Scopefielder finished in P2 due to penalty to Yosensi in the Williams. Yosensi finished in P3 in the Torosso. Weventel finished in P4 in the Williams. Captain Stiff finished in P5 in the Renault. Tom finished in 6 in the Haas. BW Clyde finished in 7 in the Red Bull. Nitro Gash finished 8 in the Mercedes, and O'Steven finished 9 also in the Mercedes. Delange haven't finished the race. Lost it in turn 5, hit the wall and ruined or damaged his car hard enough to not be able to continue the race. And I believe I was too slow to get all of it. But congratulations to Sab for the win, and congratulations to Scopefielder for the win of the championship. This was our last race of the season, people. I hope you enjoy, and I give you a rendezvous. I don't have the exact date, but it will be end February for 2 pre-season race, and the first race, might be on the first race of the season. Might be on the last week of February. But keep an eye on the website so you will be aware of the exact date as soon as they will be released, as well as which track will be in the calendar. I'm Rick. I was happy to commentate for you for this last part of the season. I wish we will see you again on the next season, and on that, I wish you a great day, a great week, and see you later.